Hello everyone. Our today's video is of subject GK and our today's topic is black box. This is a topic of class 9 and it is given on page number 16 of your books. So let's start with the topic black box. Black box. Black box is a device which is used in aeroplanes. It is the device that records in-flight conversations and data. This is the basic structure of a black box. A black box is actually bright orange in color. Okay, why do we need to record in-flight conversations and data? My dear children, in case of a flight crash, in case of a plane crash, black box is the only device which has least chances of getting damaged. And it has all the conversations of the crew members recorded in it. By listening to those conversations, one can have an idea why did the plane crash, and the reasons of the plane crash can be avoided in other flights. So this is the purpose, advantage or use of a black box, which we will discuss further. Introduction. The word black box is a misnomer. The actual name of the device is flight recorder. Flight recorders are in fact bright orange in color to aid in their recovery after accidents. As we know, bright orange color has high visibility, so we paint it bright orange in color. Black box records conversation in the cockpit, radio communication between cockpit crew and others, as well as ambient sounds. Ambient sounds means any surrounding sounds. This is the internal structure of a black box. Who invented it? It was Dr. David Warren who first thought of the idea for a machine that would record the voices and instrument readings in the cockpit of an aeroplane in the event of a crash or fire. Now we will discuss about the units a black box is composed of. A black box consists of two units. That means there are two flight recorder devices. 1. Flight data recorder, FDR. It preserves the recent history of the flight through recording of dozens of parameters collected several times per second. The diagram here, the figure here is of a flight recorder, which is a unit of a black box. And the next is cockpit voice recorder, CVR. It preserves the recent history of the flight through the sounds in the cockpit, including the conversation of pilots. The two devices may be combined to a single unit. This is the structure of a cockpit voice recorder. And my dear children, the conversation of the pilots can help us to find out the reason of plane crash. Now we will discuss the purpose of a black box. We are all clear with the purpose of a black box now. The purpose of a black box is to help identify the reasons for a plane crash by recording any clues in the flight crew's conversation. After purpose, we will discuss how does it work. There are several microphones in the cockpit which pick up the conversations of the flight crew and other useful sounds, such as alarms or sounds made when switches are moved. Earlier, black boxes used magnetic tapes. I'll show you magnetic tapes, my dear children. So earlier, black boxes used magnetic tapes to store the last half an hour of voice prior to a crash. This is a magnetic tape which was used in earlier designs of a black box. Newer designs use electronic memory boards, which is given here, which are much more reliable because they do not have moving parts and record about 2 hours of pre-crash voice. This is an electronic memory chip here in the diagram. Now, my dear children, I'll show you a portable device which help us to retrieve the information which is stored in the black box. So, this portable interface allows a quick access to the data on the black box. With the help of this, we can retrieve the information in the black box, which will help us to know the reasons behind the plane crash. Let us discuss the advantages of a black box now. So, it is very useful for accident investigations, and the mistakes or errors can be avoided in other aircrafts. Let us discuss about some important points about black box. Black boxes are designed to survive severe physical damage that occurs during a crash. That is why I told you, my dear children, that it has least chances of getting damaged. It is also designed to withstand heat and pressure. A black box can withstand a temperature of about 1000 degrees Celsius. Point number 2. In 1960, Australia became the first country to make flight recorders mandatory in aircrafts. So, this was about the topic, my dear children. Let us now discuss some questions related to the topic. So, our question number 1 is, what is the actual name of a black box? The actual name of a black box is flight recorder. Question number 2. What is the color of a black box? The color of a black box is bright orange, my dear children. Question number 3. Name 2 flight recorder devices. There are 2 units, there are 2 flight recorder devices. First is Flight Data Recorder, FDR, and second is CVR, Cockpit Voice Recorder. Question number 4. Who invented black box? Dr. David Warren invented black box. Question number 5. Name the first country which made flight recorders mandatory in their aircrafts. So the answer is Australia is the first country which made flight recorders mandatory in their aircrafts. These are the answers to the questions, my dear children. So, that's it about the topic. Please revise the topic and read the topic from page number 16 of your books again. Thank you so much.